name is Usboni Solutuli. I'm from the Department of Education. I am a data capturer.
I'm Tendo Pagati from KZN DOT Transports. I'm a project manager, civil engineering technician.
My name is Mpho Sevilla, the social sector coordinator for Gauteng.
My name is Sipogazi Mkhulu. I work at the Department of Education here in KZN, at the infrastructure hub.
My name is Lutsando Hadebe from the KwaZulu-Natal Department of Transport.
My name is Opato Simne from the Northwest Province. I'm working for the National Department of Public Works. I'm working as a senior admin in facilities management.
My name is Kumlan Kumete from Gumodogo District Municipality, working for the Department of Transport, the KZN, working under public transport policy and planning as a transport analyst.
My expectation is to understand deeper Epwp, the incentive, the origin of exactly the PEPs.
Is to understand more on the Epwp program as well as the future plans of Epwp as we are approaching the phase 4.
To just gain a broader perspective of what Epwp actually is about.
To know more about Epwp, its objectives, how we implement it.
I want to learn more about the Epwp origins, the legislation that is applicable to Epwp.
To understand more in terms of how does the Epwp program contribute toward government goals or government projects that are currently in place.
My experience as a facilitator is that this is a great initiative that the program has been making, because since facilitating this program, one tend to realize that there is no common understanding of what Epwp is.
So the program essentially is to ensure that a credible module is delivered to them so that they get a comprehensive understanding in terms of the background of Epwp, how they should implement Epwp on the basis of what are the legal requirements that are guiding the program, as well as giving them tools to be able to deliver the program effectively in their different areas of work.
And also the knowledge and the experience and the impact that this program is actually having to the community, and also making sure that we capacitate the Epwp champions across all public bodies so that they get to understand and facilitate this program and become the core champion of this program. So I believe it's a great initiative where we meet different people at different spheres of government, national, provincial and the local sphere, and we're creating a common understanding.
The people that attend the program, they show an interest. That is the reason why mostly our attendance is above 90%, because we keep these attendees for 5 days, and the attendance has been excellent, and it's good that you see commitment from government officials who are willing to assist us to achieve our objectives as Epwp.
We found the participants appreciating the training that we are offering them as the learning program, and they appreciated that it has been useful to their capacitation as officials.
Some of the participants within the learning program, they are also dealing with reporting, which makes, because reporting is closer to my heart, as I'm responsible for capacitating them in terms of reporting in the Epwp reporting system. So this monitoring and evaluation, it also assisted them to highlight some of the things in terms of our reporting system, the POEs, the pictures. Now they get to understand the why and the how, and what are those things are for.
They are now, most of them, when they leave the training on a Friday, they are all ready to go back and participate, and they all agree that they will be going back there and do things differently. Like, for an example, ensuring that EPWP, when it's implemented, it follows all the policies of EPWP to ensure that we don't have challenges such as negative audit outcomes.
EPWP learning program is very important because it allows EPWP implementers, it gives them an opportunity to broaden their understanding of EPWP, because they come from different sectors and they only know one particular sector. But now with the EPWP learning program, it allows them to also understand other sectors, to understand other programs, and how the EPWP in totality, the impact of the program in the community, except looking into the silo approach of a sector.
Most of the officials, they think they understand EPWP. EPWP, as you all know, it has got various sectors. So this is an opportunity for us to talk to our implementing bodies, to talk about the officials so that they all understand EPWP in its totality. When they are out there, then they become the ambassadors of EPWP. You ask them about the infrastructure, they understand. You ask them about the non-state, the social sector, or any other sectors within EPWP. They understand it in totality, not only the area that they are working on.
It's also targeting the private sector, as we know that the program has a potential of partnering and collaborating with the private sectors as well as the civil society, just to make sure that all the people, they understand their role and the impact that they can bring into the program and the role that they can play into the program.
The EPWP learning program targets or aim into 3 different categories. 1, the implementers of the EPWP, who are the foot soldiers. 2, it also targets the policy makers who design policies that affect the implementation of the EPWP. But again, it also targeting political principals who are the overall champions at political level of the EPWP.
Because if you don't have buy-in of the officials together with their councillors and their managers, then we will not be able to achieve our objectives.
So that when they finish the project, they should understand also that they should also report the work opportunities to ensure that the target which is set is met.
So it's a program that is actually making sure that all government officials, all civil society, all the private sector, the politicians and councillors at the local level, they have the common understanding of what expanded public work program is all about and the different component within it, and also highlighting their role that they can play in making sure that this poverty alleviation program is reaching its mandate.
There have been many stakeholders who are involved in making sure that the EPWP program is a reality. For example, sectors also play a key role. They played a key role in the design of the learning program, but also by seconding facilitators to also facilitate the program. For example, the social sector is also bringing facilitators from Department of Social Development. DR, Department of Environmental Affairs, also bringing facilitators to facilitate the program. And provinces, they also provide support by availing, coordinating EPWP learning session in their respective provinces to ensure that the program is a success.
As a project manager, what I like about this is I seem to understand now that EPWP is a little bit bigger than just getting a couple of workers on site and we call it EPWP. Even the social sector and stuff like that is most interesting to me. What I've learned so far from this course is that I think we should engage much more closely with EPWP during the design phase. During the design, we're supposed to be focusing more on the scope of work, on how are we going to improve the lives out there. How can we write the specifications and our tender documents differently to actually highlight the EPWP effect. How do we bind down the contractor to actually comply with the EPWP and not just make it to be one of those things that happens accidentally?
I've learned that we have to try by all means and employ participants, laborers with full-time equivalents, which is about 230 days per year. and make sure that if you start task, we finish the task by the rates we said we're gonna start. If someone is employed for 6 months, it should be exactly 6 months, not less than that, because in doing it lesser, we are now shortening the FTE.
My favorite module was monitoring and evaluation. Due to the fact that it's dealing with projects, it helped me learn a lot about planning, monitoring and evaluation. Hence, I'm going to take back what I've learned from this module to work and giving Epwp the POEs that they need on a monthly basis. Now I understand the importance of what they are doing on a monthly basis. Hence, I will provide them with the POE that they need.
I will go back to my departments as well as the Epwp units to help assist other project managers. So when they start projects and when they create work opportunities, they know all the guidelines of the program.
When I firstly came, we had expectations of which they have been surpassed in exceedingly, if I should say.
Going back to work as a data capture, kubalulekile ukuthi ngibe focused emsebenzini wami, because if ngekho focus ngiyakwazi ukureporta kahle, and if ngingareporti kahle, then it's going to impact i-Epwp project yakho to create jobs and all of that. So I've learned that I need to stay focused, monitor kahle into engiyenzayo, and then check at the end of the day if yonke into engiyiphuzile is okay, and it's going to help present the target to Epwp.
I've learned the Epwp on each mandate, and also the linkage of it with the policies, especially when you look at the National Development Plan. Also that one, as they call it, a blueprint, which also seeks to support in terms of eradicating the poverty and inequality as a strategic plan up to 2030.
One needs to go back to office now and engage with policy units, engage with whoever the units in head office is that writes these specifications and the policies to make this more of a day-to-day thing to happen more effectively and not just on the buy and buy side.
The facilitators we had, they were very much efficient, they were very understandable, they were clear in what they were here to present.
We really learned a lot. Although the facilitators are not the same, some of them are a bit slow, not active, moving around, making sure that we don't fall asleep or we don't think of other things that we've left at our workplace.
Everything is okay, but it's the facilitators, the time frame. Sometimes they take too long because they're dragging all of it, so you end up falling asleep, and then you end up not hearing the last parts of the sector because they took too long. And yeah.
My advice for the event organizers is to shorten the 5-day learning program to 2 days, especially for those who are playing the supporting role in Epwp. It is very relevant for Epwp employees to attend for 5 days, but not for the supporting roles to attend for 5 days.
It's been great being in this program.
The reason why I'm saying this is because I'm in facilities management. So I'm playing a supporting role in providing the Epwp section with the POEs on a monthly basis. Hence, it is important for them to attend for 5 days and for me to attend in 2 days.
Some of the discussions was really interactive, and I found it to be really good. Some of the discussions was focusing very much on the political side of the spectrum, which is important. I cannot say it's not important, but I found that there was very little discussion on the man on the street, in the sense of the guy that needs to implement it, being either on the social sector or the project manager, to tell us exactly how are we going to implement this issue now forward. So maybe some thought needs to be given along those lines.
My advice to the learning program organizers, ukuthi bafike nakuthina komasipala baqhubeke bezosifundisa more for the whole organization and the different structures to have a better understanding of the EPWP program. But I'm confident that with what I have gathered here, I will also be able to implement some ideas to my fellow employees.
You do not want to miss this learning program as we have been rolling it out. It has been focusing on the third phase, but we are also moving into the fourth phase. So make sure you understand where we're coming from so that as we move on into the next phase of the program, we all are on the same page and we have sufficient and efficient information to implement this very critical program in our government. Thank you.